Have you ever driven down a highway in the dead of night and felt like something was watching you? Maybe it was just your imagination, or maybe it wasn't. Tonight, I'll take you down a road where people vanish without a trace, where headlights flicker in the distance but never arrive, and where the silence is shattered by something unnatural. This is my story, the night I found myself on the highway that should not exist. It started as an ordinary night. I was behind the wheel of my truck, staring into the endless stretch of road ahead. The dashboard glowed faintly, the steady hum of the engine the only sound in the stillness of midnight. Black Hollow Highway was a route I had taken before, though I always felt uneasy about it. Truckers spoke in whispers about the disappearances, the radio static, the strange figures lurking in the distance. I had laughed it off before. Not anymore. As I passed mile marker 66, my CB radio crackled to life. A whisper slithered through the static, chilling my spine. "You're not supposed to be here." I gripped the wheel tighter, adjusting the dial. "Who is this?" No answer. Just static, and then the faint sound of a woman sobbing. My headlights flickered. The truck sputtered, the engine coughing before dying completely. For a moment, I sat in absolute darkness. Then, movement. A pale figure darted across the road, its limbs moving in an unnatural, jerking motion. My breath caught in my throat. I fumbled with the keys, my hands shaking. The headlights flared back to life, illuminating the empty road ahead. The figure was gone. But when I looked at the nearest mile marker, my stomach dropped. Hadn't I just passed it? I slammed the gas pedal, desperate to outrun the unease curling in my gut. But the road twisted in impossible ways, landmarks repeating themselves like a scratched record. 20 minutes later, I saw it again, the same abandoned gas station I had passed earlier. I was trapped. Then the radio crackled again. A different voice, filled with urgency. "Don't stop. Keep driving." My heart pounded. "Who are you?" I asked the voice through the radio. No answer. Then headlights bloomed in my rearview mirror. The truck, my truck, identical in every way. It was speeding toward me, closing the distance fast. Panic set in. I pressed the gas pedal to the floor, but the other truck matched my speed effortlessly. The air filled with the deep, guttural honk of its horn, a sound that made my blood turn to ice. It swerved toward me, trying to force me off the road. I gritted my teeth and fought to keep control. Then, out of nowhere, the pale figure reappeared, standing in the middle of the highway, arms outstretched. The other truck didn't stop. It barreled straight through it. For a split second, I saw into the cab of the oncoming truck. The driver was me. But it wasn't me. Its eyes were black voids, sucking in the light. Its expression was empty, hollow, something beyond human understanding. I did the only thing I could. I closed my eyes and drove forward. When I opened them, the road had changed. A sunrise painted the horizon in hues of red and gold. The mile marker ahead read 67. I had made it, or so I thought. The radio crackled one last time. "See you next time." I exhaled, forcing my hands to loosen their grip on the wheel. I had escaped. The horror was over. But something felt wrong. The fuel gauge blinked empty. My dashboard flickered like a dying candle. Up ahead, the road split into two paths. One led into a dense, foreboding forest, the other curved back toward the endless highway. I had to choose. I turned onto the forest road, hoping to escape whatever was behind me. The deeper I drove, the more unnatural the surroundings became. The trees loomed, their gnarled branches stretching like skeletal hands. Whispers skittered through the leaves, murmuring my name. I hit the brakes, scanning the darkness. Then, a face appeared at my window, its mouth stretched into an impossible grin. I screamed. The truck spun, tires screeching against the pavement. But when I looked up, the road ahead was the highway. Mile marker 66. A wave of despair crashed over me. My phone had no signal. The CB radio crackled again, but this time the voice was calm, almost amused. "You can't leave." Anger flared in my chest. "Watch me." I floored the gas, determined to break free. The road warped, twisting in directions that defied logic. Time lost meaning. The same gas station, the same motel, The same eerie diner flickered into view like phantoms of a place that shouldn't exist. I pulled into the diner's parking lot, breath ragged. The neon sign buzzed weakly. A bell chimed as I stepped inside. A woman sat at the counter, dressed in clothes from another era. She stirred her coffee and smiled. "You made it? Where am I?" I demanded. She gestured to the wall behind her. Yellowed newspaper clippings hung in a chaotic collage. My eyes scanned the headlines, my blood running cold. Trucker vanishes on Black Hollow Highway. Local driver found in loop of endless road. And then my name. "This place," she said, "is where lost souls go when the road claims them." No, I shook my head violently. I got out. I reached mile 67. The woman sighed and nodded toward the window. I turned, dread coiling in my gut. Outside, the gas station, the motel, the road stretched endlessly into the dark. Mile marker 66. A scream built in my throat. The radio crackled once more. A new voice, different yet eerily familiar. Another one just entered the loop. In the distance, headlights appeared. A new truck. A new driver. Just like me. Desperation clawed at my chest. I ran outside, waving frantically at the approaching truck. The world around me shimmered, rippling like water. The headlights bore down on me and passed through me. The driver never saw me. I turned just in time to see the truck disappear into the horizon, swallowed by the same cursed road that had ensnared me. The gas station, the motel, the diner, they flickered like mirages, pieces of a nightmare I could never wake from. A cold hand settled on my shoulder. I turned to face the woman from the diner, her smile now tinged with sorrow. "You're part of the road now." The headlights returned. Another truck. Another driver. And I, trapped in the shadows, watching myself disappear into the night.